Hey, what is up? It is Crypto Bobby, and the markets have been moving in a very, very positive and strong direction in the past 24, 48 hours. But even in the past week, we've added over $40 billion to the overall cryptocurrency market capitalization. So I want to talk about that going into today's video. I also want to talk about some of the really good questions that I've received from a lot of you folks on Twitter, in the YouTube comments, as far as what should the overall play be? What are you doing? Is now the time to take profits? Should I let it ride? Should I be buying in more? What is the overall strategy there? And then lastly, I want to talk about something called Operation Dragonslayer. What the heck is Operation Dragonslayer? Operation Dragonslayer. I can't even speak English right now. But what's Operation Dragonslayer? What does it mean for you as somebody who's either invested in Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash? And we'll talk about what it could possibly be, whether it's even legit, whether it's real, and if it is, what some of the possible kind of strategies behind the release of this might be. But before I get into all the content, I wanted to just give a quick congratulations to all of the people that won the Vegas tickets for the North American Cryptocurrency Conference. On Monday of this week, we did a contest where you had to correctly predict the price of Ethereum and Bitcoin on Tuesday, and there were 5 people. I was only going to give away 2 tickets for Ethereum, but there were 5 people that predicted the correct price of Ethereum on Monday, and that was Superman Moto, Romario Gonzalez, Crypto Cam, Justin Simmerin, Henry Yu. So if you guys can shoot me an email, rob@cryptobobby.com, just somehow provide a little bit of proof that it's actually your YouTube, and then just give me your full name so I can assign you those free tickets. Let me know if you're still able to attend. If not, I do have a few more tickets to give away. And then also, congratulations to Cody Shropshire and Sir Rye Winchester for nailing the price of Bitcoin at the exact moment of 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday. So Superman Moto, Romario Gonzalez, Crypto Cam, Justin Simmerin, Henry Yu, Cody Shropshire, and Sir Rye Winchester. Hit me up via email. Just give me a little bit of proof that it's your YouTube and not just some random email. And then give me your full name for tickets, and I will make sure that you have those free tickets to the North American Cryptocurrency Conference in Vegas on December 9th. And I look forward to seeing you there and meeting you guys in person. That'll be awesome. So let's hop into the overall content of today's discussion. Total market cap within the past 7 days in the cryptocurrency world on November 18th, sitting around $231 billion. Today, Saturday, November 25th, we're sitting at $272 billion. Pretty nuts. And it's really been, in a lot of cases, almost across the board. It has been very difficult in the past, especially at least for me, the last 24, 48 hours, but it's been very difficult to somehow lose money in the crypto markets. You've had to have some pretty rough picks to get hurt with the crypto markets in the past 7 days. And we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at some things here. So right now, in on-chain FX, we have Bitcoin currently in the past 24 hours has hit its all-time high, is down 0% since its all-time high. So it's down less than 1% since its all-time high. Ethereum hit its all-time high yesterday at 485. Right now it's trading 2% off its all-time high. Bitcoin Cash, while it's 2 weeks from the all-time high and about 35% down, it is still, that was a pretty short temporary pumped all-time high. This is a pretty significant sustainable number at $26 billion for Ripple. We're talking about Dash at its all-time high right now, literally this second at $629.88 as of recording this. Dash at its all-time high. Monero 2 days ago, 3% off its all-time high. Ethereum Classic, 3% off of its all-time high as we speak. And that was an all-time high set almost 6 months ago. So there have been a significant number of cryptocurrencies in the past. We could see from the actual days since all-time high, the number of cryptocurrencies, and the reason that the market capitalization in a lot of respects is so high is because there are so many cryptocurrencies right now that have established new all-time highs in the past and that are also down such a small amount since that all-time high as well. So pretty extraordinary to see, and a lot of that obviously being led by Bitcoin and by Ethereum and by Bitcoin Cash. I mean, those are the three big boys in the room as of the time being right now. Bitcoin itself has a $143 billion market cap. Ethereum, a $45 billion market cap. And now Bitcoin Cash with a $26 billion market cap. So those three cryptos in and of itself are over $200 billion in market cap alone. And then when you put in the collective number of other billion-dollar cryptocurrencies and then some of the multi-$100 million cryptos, it's been an incredible run in the past week, and that has continued today. So I've been really excited about seeing where things have developed and how I've kind of continued in my strategy moving forward. When I'm looking at the overall charts of both Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum, for me personally, how I'm looking at things right now, and I've gotten a lot of questions about this. So a lot of people have said, is now the time to take some profits in Ethereum, or is now the time to take some profits in Bitcoin, disperse those into some of the other altcoins that are maybe farther off their all-time highs? For the time being, I'm staying put with the percentage of holdings that I have with Bitcoin for the percentage of holdings that I have with Ethereum. Especially with Ethereum, I think that Ethereum has been pent up for so long. And granted, we are at pretty much unprecedented highs of a $46 billion Ethereum right now. So pretty much unprecedented highs that we've never seen before. But there's been such pent-up demand for Ethereum to kind of pop long-term. This type of excitement, I think, hasn't been around for a while. So I'm going to let the chips fly. And like they said in The Hangover, never leave the table when you're on a heater. I'm not going to leave the Bitcoin and the Ethereum table right now. Now that we're on a heater, we have been on a heater with Bitcoin for a long time. I haven't left the table, and that's treated me all right so far. Could I have maybe maximized some gains choosing the exact perfect altcoin? If I took my gains in Bitcoin, moved them to an altcoin, that went up, moved that to another altcoin, that went up. Yeah, you could. Or you could also take your Bitcoin, take those gains, move them to an altcoin, and have that stay absolutely still as Bitcoin keeps going up and up and up. So I have, for the time being, I'm keeping my Bitcoin in Bitcoin. I'm keeping my Ethereum in Ethereum. And there's something here too, so I'll bring it up on Twitter and I'll talk a little bit about it. But I've just been posting way too many GIFs lately on the overall crypto market, but we'll pull up my profile here. Yeah, so this was me after waking up, checking Blockfolio this morning, a little Vince McMahon strut, getting it rolling, because the entire Blockfolio was in green, which is awesome. But so here's a really interesting thread that I think is something that needs to be said and is also a big reason why I continue to have a large percentage of my crypto in both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is in a lot of case because the institutional investors that are coming into the space, for the most part, the only place that they're having their money is, for the most part, in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you can see here that almost no institutional money has been invested yet, and the institutional money that has come in has gone into Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we talked a little bit about it in yesterday's video, where big hedge funds, whatever it might be, institutional money, big hedge funds, family offices, wherever they might be investing, they're not going to go into the 200 to 300 on CoinMarketCap and say, let me pick a couple $1 million cryptos here and see if we can see what's happening. For the most part, they're going to look at Bitcoin, they're going to look at Ethereum, and maybe a couple other cryptos in the top 10. But Bitcoin and Ethereum are, for the time being, the ones that can really handle the volume and the amount that they're going to want to buy. So I think that there still is very little institutional money in the space, but it's coming. And when it does come, it's going to come primarily into Bitcoin, but also into Ethereum as well, and maybe some sparse other cryptos out there. But this is a big reason in which why I still think it's a pretty smart play to have a good bit of your portfolio in Bitcoin and in Ethereum. Could you potentially see maybe some higher percentage gains in some of the altcoins? Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot harder to make a $45 billion market cap move than it is to make a $500 million market cap move. It's a lot harder to make a $143 billion market cap move than it is to make the market cap of Steam to move at $254 million. But the overall trend of where the money is going to go, I think is going to be interesting to see, because I think primarily that institutional money is going to head into Bitcoin. It's going to head into Ethereum. The one caveat to that is if the institutional money heads into Bitcoin and it heads into Ethereum, and all the retail investors, potentially like myself, yourself, that are watching this, your Bitcoin goes way up, your Ethereum goes way up. It might get to a point where you might look at it and say, hey, Bitcoin is way up even more so than it is right now. Ethereum is way up even more so than it is right now. Now is the time for me to put my money into OMG or to Lisk or to Qtum or to Golem or to Ardor or to Decred, whatever. And then that might alternatively, while the institutional money might not be going into the smaller altcoins, or some of the other crypto assets out there, having that institutional money go in, jack up the price for the retail investors, and have the retail investors migrate out to some other places, that might be an interesting trend to watch. And I think it's going to be a fascinating dynamic to see over the next 6 to 12 months, because like Ari Paul said here, there has been minimal institutional money that's come into the space yet, but it is coming. I talked about Coinbase custodian services yesterday. There's other competing custodial services that are coming out that are charging quite a bit of money to allow these hedge funds and VC firms or whatever it might be, to family offices, institutional funds, to buy into Bitcoin, to buy into Ethereum in a very secure manner, and they're going to charge a hefty fee to do so. So this is going to be fascinating to watch. Now, lastly, looking at something that has been called Operation Dragonslayer. We can see it down here. This was sent to me by one of my internet friends, Rob. So what's up, Rob, if you're watching this? Another Rob, very strong name, great name. But this is something that is a theory that's going around. I think it started on 4chan or something else, but it's basically just been a screenshot, and it's been passed along and all this stuff. And a lot of it is around Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash, and that Bitcoin Cash is potentially the true Bitcoin, that there is significant market manipulation happening right now, where there is a coordinated pump as of the time being to pump Bitcoin up to $10,000, and then they are going to try to crash Bitcoin from $10,000 all the way to less than $1,000, which would obviously be a huge panic. People would freak out. That would be headline news. That would be the media would eat that stuff up with a knife and fork if Bitcoin lost 90% of its value, and people would go nuts. So that would be something that would be really big news. And this is apparently something that's going to be coordinated. And the big reason for that, to push Bitcoin up to $10,000 and then down to below $1,000, is then they're going to try to introduce Bitcoin Cash into the mix, have that go over the price of Bitcoin, and then that's going to be where long-term how Bitcoin is going to be replaced by Bitcoin Cash. It's something called the Operation Dragonslayer. So this is something that, if you like conspiracy theories, crypto right now is the place for conspiracy theories. It's pretty funny and it's pretty interesting. I enjoy reading about this stuff. But when you don't necessarily know who it's from, there are a lot of people out there that are literally trading on this right now, that they're buying Bitcoin Cash in this, or maybe there were a lot of people that sold Bitcoin because of this, and Bitcoin obviously went up a little bit today in the past 24, 48 hours. But this could be from anybody. This could be for a variety of reasons as far as why this could be happening. This could be for somebody that is a Bitcoin core or a Bitcoin advocate, and they want to suppress the price of Bitcoin so that they could buy more Bitcoin cheap because they think Bitcoin is going to go up forever. This could be from a Bitcoin Cash fan that wants to, FUD Bitcoin and wants the price of Bitcoin Cash to go up and wants the price of Bitcoin to go down. This could be a absolute joke of somebody putting up together a random made-up story about nothing just to see people freak out and to move billions of dollars in the market, because that's crypto right now. But the long story short is, people are going to see this and they're going to take it and they're going to believe what they want to believe, and they're going to do kind of what they want to do, and they're going to craft the story into however they want to craft it. So it's fascinating to watch personally, as far as the level of stories that come out and what they mean. And this could be anything. Literally could be anything. Like I said, this could be from somebody in Bitcoin Core or an advocate of Bitcoin that just wants cheaper Bitcoin. This could be from a Bitcoin Cash person that literally wants to demolish Bitcoin off the face of the planet. It could be from anything, but the fact that this actually moves markets and has an effect on the fact that this has an effect on crypto is pretty crazy. Just rumors and news, and how much rumors, news, really unsubstantiated rumors in a lot of cases can drive the crypto market. So something to keep an eye on if you're a conspiracy theorist guy, if you like that type of thing. There's a lot of that now with Bitcoin Cash, with Tether, with Bitfinex, all types of conspiracy theories out right now. Some of them, maybe they have some element of truth, maybe they don't. I don't know, but it's always worth keeping an eye on as you continue to move forward in this crypto game. But as I'm looking at crypto overall right now, like I said, I'm letting it ride. For me personally, as always, for me, this is a speculative bet. This is something where I'm very much in this for the long game, and I'm not in this, I'm in this for the long term, but I'm also not in this for 5 to 10% annually. And if I increase my downside risk a little bit by staying in the game longer, maybe not taking profits as quickly, that's fine with me. So I'm staying in the game. I'm not moving anything to fiat for the time being, and I'm keeping my portfolio as is as I continue to move forward. Now, how you want to play that, that's certainly up to you. Obviously, we are at pretty much record unsubstantiated all-time highs with crypto. Could a pullback happen? Absolutely. Will it happen? Hey, maybe. Depends in a lot of cases, I think, on institutional investing, where the CME futures happen, and a lot of that jazz. So I'm going to keep an eye on everything. If there are any significant market movements, I will obviously keep you guys updated with videos as quickly as they happen. But until then, hit that subscribe button if you are new here, and the little notify bell next to that. That way, when a new video does come out, when I do a Crypto Happy Hour YouTube Live, you get that notification. You can join me for Happy Hour. You could ask as many questions as you'd like. Thank you so much for your time today. Crypto Bobby signing out. Peace.